just before we got into this time and hour that in this hour we'll be looking at the Senate receiving Tinubu's 2026 to 2028 MTEF FSP for approval. My name is Udwak Daniel, and we'll be having our guest join us in the discourse as we proceed. Professor of Politics and Administration, Dean Faculty of Social Sciences, National Open University of Nigeria, Abuja. And that would be, of course, our guest, who is in the person of Professor Kamal Bello, right? He will be the one to indeed add his voice to the discourse this morning. But then let's also look into what exactly the MTEF is. I mean, quite a number of persons asking, is this the budget? All right, is this the budget already? All right, now MTEF FSP, the 2026 to 2028, as sent to or transmitted to the Senate by Mr. President, it's not the budget proposal itself. All right, it's not. So there is a need for clarification now, but rather it is a precursor to it. It is like what's in the good books, the Bible now, they say, is it John, who was the forerunner before Jesus came, if you know what I'm saying, for the Christian faith. So he was like the forerunner. So this one is like the forerunner, the presentation of a budget. So it's like giving a plan to what the budget is going to look like. It sets the overall framework, the guidelines for the budget, while the actual budget proposal will come later. Likely in the form of the 2026 appropriation bill, if you know what I'm saying. So the MTEF FSB is providing the context and the direction, while the budget proposal various sectors and programs. Make sense? All right. Now, what is it about this MTEF FSB 2026-2028? What does it even stand for? It is the medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper, right? Now, think of it as like a family's financial plan for like the next few years. So as a family, you say, okay, this is our financial plan for the next few years. So we are projecting this. Do you understand? So that's what it is. Now, let's break it down just a little bit. So the medium term, it covers a period of 3 years, right? That is 2026 to 2028. The expenditure framework, it outlines how the government plans to spend its money. The fiscal strategy paper, it explains the government's overall financial strategy, including the revenue projections, expenditure, priorities, and debt management. I just need us to really understand it, all right? So we will have a better understanding as to how to tackle or talk about these things. So it's more like a roadmap that helps the government set financial goals and priorities, estimate revenue and expenditure, plan for debt management, allocate resources to key sectors like education, healthcare, infrastructure. So the MTEF FSP is providing a broader context for the annual budget, which will be presented later. Now, this background is very, very necessary so that everybody will be carried along in the process, okay? All right, as I mentioned earlier. So, now, what are the concerns that most Nigerians have? Quite a number of Nigerians, we have some concerns. And one that stands out is that why are we delaying, or why has there been a delay in finalizing the 2026 budget? Because the concern also goes to the point of affecting or harming businesses and the economy. So experts agree that the delay is indeed inimical. It's unproductive to the success of businesses and the economy. So the budget process is crucial for providing a clear direction for the economy. And delays can actually also lead to uncertainty. It would undermine investor confidence, disrupt economic planning, and then it makes all the efforts that Nigeria has made or has been making and still making through the numerous visits by Mr. President outside the shores of Nigeria, seeking FDIs and all of that, partnerships, collaboration, cooperation, and all, you give it the name it deserves, would become futile. Now, in Nigeria, there is a standard timeline for budget preparation and approval. Ideally, the budget should be approved before the start of the fiscal year, which is January 1st. However, this timeline has not been met in recent years, and it's led to concerns about the impact on the economy. So the delay in approving the budgets can affect foreign direct investment, as investors prefer a stable and predictable economic environment. I mean, the current uncertainty can deter investors and even hinder economic growth. The federal government has attributed the delay to the need for careful planning and consultation. Now, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning Atiku Bagudu, he stated that the approved medium-term expenditure framework, MTEF, provides a framework for concluding the 2026 appropriation bill, which is supposedly the budget. So, to address these concerns, it's also quite essential for the government to expedite the budget approval process and provide a clear economic roadmap for investors and businesses. But how can the government even estimation bills when we're actually humans and we belong to a geographical space called Nigeria, and yet we don't know how many we are? So it makes you try to tinker a little bit. What have we been doing? Isn't it even criminal that you keep putting budgets together, figures and all of that without even know the actual number of the people you are preparing a budget for? March 21 to 27 of 2006. How was the last time we had an NPC count? Now, using this outdated data over the years up until now, it just tells me, I don't know about you, that any budget that came after that time, having crossed the stipulated year for a census to count before another census, is criminal. Oh yeah, it's anticlimax. That's what it is. We'll call it for what it is. So what exactly have we been budgeting, first of all? Little wonder we've not been able to make headway, as some experts also believe that this can lead to inaccurate planning, budgeting, and resource allocation. I mean, the absence of reliable data would affect the country's development and growth. Do we not see that happening already? It is happening. It is already happening. However, some have also said, well, there are some expectations that we must have in view of this. I mean, this particular 2026 to 2028 MTEF FSP, it has some areas that are quite firm, and some areas where it may be lacking or inefficient. So let's talk about the firm areas. The government has set a clear revenue projection of 34.33 trillion naira for 2026 with a growth rate of 7% per annum. In view of debt management, the government has outlined a debt management strategy, including a plan to reduce its debt to GDP ratio to 3.61% in 2026. In view of expenditure priorities, the government has identified The government has identified key expenditure priorities, including infrastructure, development, education, healthcare, and all. Now, what are the areas for improvement in view of the 2026-2028 MTEF FSP? The government's budget deficit is projected to be 20.12 trillion naira in 2026, which is a significant increase from the previous year. And in view of borrowing, the government is planning to borrow 17.89 trillion naira in 2026, which is a 72% increase from the previous year. How do we even service this debt? Well, the government's debt service is projected to rise to 15.52 trillion naira in 2026 and accounting for 45% of revenue. Now, the government's recurrent expenditure is projected to increase by 12.3% in 2026, which may not be sustainable in the long term. Now, capital expenditure is projected to decrease by 14.6% in 2026, and it may impact infrastructure development. Now, in view of transparency and accountability, the government's budget lacks transparency and accountability, with limited details on how funds will be utilized. This is just my breakdown, the breakdown from what we've seen, the professional breakdown of the MTEF 2026 to 2028. Will it be sustained? It doesn't show a place for sustainability. There's no clear plan for sustainability and long-term growth, actually. Where are the insufficient areas? If you recall, the government's fuel subsidy program, is it inefficient? And it seems as though it's now benefiting a small segment of the population. There is public sector wages, where the government's public sector wages are high and unsustainable and accounting for over 40% of recurrent expenditure. There is also the part of non-essential spending, where the government is spending on things, frivolities such as luxury vehicles, international travels. It's quite excessive and it should be reduced. It should be reduced. All right? So, where are we on this? Because the Nigerian Senate has received the 2026-2028 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and is marking the formal launch of the 2026 federal budget cycle. The document is supposedly outlining government's fiscal plans and priorities for the next 3 years. Now, recall in previous years, Nigeria has struggled with fiscal discipline. We've struggled with corruption, and we're still struggling with it. Poor budget implementation. Oh, it is the bane of the past administration, this administration. It's just what it is. For instance, in 2020, the Nigerian government approved a budget of 10.33 trillion naira, but only 7.55 trillion naira was utilized, and that is representing a utilization rate of 73%. And this is coming from the budget office, Nigerian budget office, actually, for 2020. So there is a need to improve budget planning and implementation. But are we there yet? This question begs for answer, as we will connect with our guest via the audio. I don't know, a little bit of technicality going on here, and I'm hoping the engineers are doing something about it, right? But I'll just go on this very quick break. We'll be right back in a short bit. Don't go away. All right, welcome back, and thank you for staying with us, though. And yes, we're still looking at the fact that the Senate has indeed received from Mr. President the 2026-2028 MTEF FSP. And we have our guest already standing on standby. Hello, good morning to you, erudite Prof.
Good morning,
Yes.
my friend.
Oh, great, great. Welcome aboard, Professor Kamal Bello, right there. Thank you for joining in. And also standing fast, steadfast, and being relentless. Thank you far too kind. Very, very quickly, because for want of time, Prof, what do you think about some aspects of well, first of all, before we go into the aspects of the 2026-2028 MTEF, FSP that has been sent to the Senate, there are some concerns that Nigerians have. Firstly, since 2006, we've not had a national population census. We've not had it up until now. What does this say about all of the budgeting that has been done in this country up until today? That's one. Secondly, why quite a number of Nigerians have been asking, why the delay? If up until now we have not had, the budgets even ready, talks about, over it and all of that, why this delay? Because it's affecting businesses, it will affect FDIs, and it will allow for this air of uncertainty hovering around a 2026 that is even yet to come. What will be your concerns generally in addition to this?
Thank you very much. Yeah. Good morning, audience. Good morning, the family members.
Yes, please.
And Jumat Mubarak. Please, there's an echo.
Oh, okay.
Intervening from your studio there.
Okay. Is this still there?
There's an echo.
Is it still there?
Maybe it's an advert. Yes, it's still there.
Uh-oh.
But if you are hearing me, no problem.
Yes.
Let me go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry, because all the time I will say I want to talk from the academic angle, not as a politician and not as a layman. What they call medium-term expenditure, which is for a 3-year period, 2026 to 2028, it's like we are saying it is 6. It's not half dozen. Or it's half dozen. It's not 6. We're just repeating the same thing. And we are thinking we are doing some academic work or some planning. And only God knows how much they will have spent to bring out this document in terms of consultants. In Nigeria, when Nigeria started, even before Nigeria, 1960, before independence, during the colonial period, that's what you call development plan. And from 1960, we carried it out up to 1985, when Babangida came in. And this development plan is 5 years. Every 5 years, we have a development plan. Since 1960, what has it brought for us? When Babangida came, he called it a rolling plan. Are you there?
Yes, go ahead, Prof. Yeah.
He called it a rolling plan. And what has he brought for us? When Obasanjo came in 1999, he brought what you call needs. So at the end of the day, what have we gained? Now we are coming again to what we call medium-term expenditure framework. And that is delaying the budget of 2026. It's just an academic exercise. We have planned in Nigeria. What we need is execution of the plan. Let's implement those our plan. Population census is not an hindrance to development. If you don't have census, there's estimate. The Central Bank, the Bureau of Statistics, the World Bank, they have been predicting the growth of our population. Can't we use it to plan and move ahead? How many percentage of our budget have we implemented? So to me, it's an academic exercise. It may not change anything drastically.
All right. It's an academic exercise.
Thank you.
It may not change anything drastically. Now, there are some aspects of this budgeting that poses some concern. Firstly, let's get into the strength, right?
Please, excuse me.
Yes,
excuse
please.
Me.
Yeah.
Take the technical crew.
Okay.
There's an echo in the studio.
Right. Okay.
Distracting the smooth running of the audio.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll do that.
Continue.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't know if you've had the time to also, or you've laid your hands on it, or you've gone through the MTEF 2026-2028. But if I understand you correctly, you're saying it's an academic presentation exercise. So what would you have preferred in place of this?
Implementation.
Implementation of what?
You are reducing our budget now, capital, by 17 or so percent. You said it, that infrastructure will be affected.
Yeah.
We need infrastructure. Our infrastructure deficit is high, and we are addressing that capital expenditure. It's implementation. Formulate a budget. We want to construct a road, a coastal road from Lagos to Calabar. Let's give time. 4 years of my tenure, I will finish it. 8 years of my tenure, I will finish it. Not this instrumental implementation of the budget. You do 110 kilometers, 30 kilometers. At the end of the day, until next year again, you do another 30 kilometers. Out of about 1,000 kilometers of a road. The 30 kilometers you did last year and 60 kilometers you did last 2 years, by the next year it's gone, it's spoiled. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Prof.
It's spoiled. Well, if we want to do something, let's do it with determination. Look at Kaduna, Kano. Look at Abuja, Kaduna, Kano Road. Since Buhari time, up to now it's not completed. Even Lagos Ibadan, only they are telling us Lagos Ibadan is 90% completed. So what we needed is implementation, not plan.
So we are very theoretical than being practical.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we will just take this time out, Prof. We will come back. We'll come back. And when we do come back, of course, we'll open the phone line so family members can also join in the conversation and let us into their thoughts in view of this MTEF FSP 2026-2028 that has been served the Senate by Mr. President right there. And we'll see how we can indeed push this further. The Prof says it is an academic walk. There's no impact. This will not have any impact on us. And he has also said that based on the data that we had from the World Bank, national, the different departments, agencies, and all ministries, that is enough to plan, regardless of whether or not you have a census, right? But we'll just go now, head out, pay the bill. We will be right back. This is Eagles Outlook, where we talk politics and current affairs.
Tap in and turn it up all day. This is Beyonce.
Hey, it's Lil Nas X.
Hi, I'm Harry Styles.
Yeah, this is Burna Boy.
Playing the artists you love.
Eagles 102.3.
Ay, 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 this one na pampa, this one na helele, it never happened before. Magic season promo from Team Pumpy Concepts, developer we care.
Now so, you ask us for Team Pumpy Concept, how we go do it. It go be like magic, only change us with some of our 60% discount on all our products. We call them Magic Season promo. Now you go take the lion's share. Hey, people don't rush up, say it well. Our land, we dig up, sana, Gusape, Akugude, plus include your Chara land, the way we get for do? Now small time now. This Ogundia wolf go finish. We don't kickstart time from Wednesday, December 10. Go reach January 7, 2026 New Year. No dollar 7 for this festive season. This na magical way to wrap up the year. Come we office way day number 12 from Morofia Street. We say to Abuja. Tell you why now 090-5454-5468 080-5288-8007 or 090-7917-7774. T-Pumpy Concepts, developer that cares.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Things they happen for our community, eh?
Now I can recoup back all the money I have spent on this annoying family.
Hey, yeah. That one my own don't finish.
My dear, let's go and greet them, okay?
Hey! Join Media Coalition and Awareness to hold trafficking, MICAS, on I Wish I Knew radio drama and program every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Join us to kick human trafficking out of our society. I Wish I Knew radio drama and program is brought to you by MICAS and funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, SEC 0209-462-1168, 0916-772-3240. Announcer, FSRCC.
Thank you for staying with us. We're still looking into the matter, the concerns that 2026 to 2028 MTEF FSP, and there has been some concerns that's put out there from the instrumentation of my voice, as well as from the lips of the erudite prof himself. I'm talking about Professor Kamal Bello, who has added his voice on the matter. I mean, he is a professor of politics and administration, so he's talking from a place of authority. Now, I'd like for you to also let me know what you think. I mean, do you still feel as though we have delayed for too long the budget process? Do you also believe that this is a mere theoretical or academic submission, and that doesn't hold water? It's more like we're dilly-dallying, with something that is very critical, when we have the answers, where we could just put together a budget and make things work, knowing fully well the sectors that are suffering. Is there anybody to tell us that insecurity should take priority, or security should take priority, education, healthcare should take priority, and all of that? Then he says he doesn't even know how much of our taxpayers' monies has been put into consultation to put this MTEF FSP together. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, I'm Chimeze calling from Asokoro.
Yeah, Chimeze, talk to us. Go ahead.
Thank you. I have to really support Prof. A wonderful resource person.
Right.
You see, it's unfortunate we have seen ourselves in this, in the midst of this economic terrorists and saboteurs. You understand me? You don't have anything to show on ground. 2024 budget, no way. 2025, No way. You are looking at 2026 with. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Chimeze. Go ahead.
With nothing to show in the previous years. Now, let me tell Nigeria, let me tell you the truth. All these things are diversionary. They are mopping up money for election. They are mopping up money through any means possible, sources that are possible. Loan upon loan, implementations upon implementations, nothing. Stories, fully contrived stories without substance. Do you understand me? How can you tell me in a country nothing? No 100 kilometer road has been commissioned, even 50-kilometer road, and you're coming up with policies that are not helpful to the people. We are groaning under the harshest economic realities in Nigeria. By January, another economic terrorist will come with his own tax. I mean, Oyedele. Yes, I refer him, that is my word anyway, as an economic terrorist, because this country, oh God, I lack words to express it.
Right.
Nothing to show. Thank you very much.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, you two can add your voice into it, and let's get into the discourse proper still. We're already in the discourse though, but 0907-353-0044 is the number for you to call to have your voice loudly and clearly heard in the arena of the outlook. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning, please.
I'm Olatunji calling from.
Oh, Olatunji, welcome aboard. Talk to us, Olatunji.
Okay, I would like to talk from my own, let me say, manner, layman, or whichever, but I'm really concerned about the sustainability.
Yeah.
I think it will be difficult. It will be difficult in the sense that I think they are not thinking much or focusing much on our human capital factor, because you can see all these bridges they are doing. How many Nigerians, masses, that have benefit? So that is one of the challenges. They are not focusing on which is giving this policy. And if you notice, Mr. President, I don't care about whatever effect or debt they are going to endure, because Mr. President says that it's 1 trillion economy for two. You understand? We basically based on digital sector. And I want to say, Nigeria is not a paper-related country. How many people have, and in the planning also, I think education is a big factor to any policy, or I want to say that, you understand? So I think education also, if there is no proper education, and how many people will be able to be, and how will it be achieved on that through that digital improvement to achieve this? So it will be a hardship policy on Nigerians. There might be a kind of change, or let me say, will it be a government maybe enabled by bill, or is it the masses? You understand? They are not thinking about it. Where is the master? How many people were able to go to school? How many people are learning? Everything is. You understand? How many people will be able to sit, even though to sit and watch TV? Many people will be Nigeria. Hey, what concerns me about Nigeria? You are still listening to Nigeria news. So you see, I don't think there is any human capital there. So, and the policy I'm making to even generate or to pay debt or to do all those things to meet up the 1 trillion economy, I don't think people, the masses, will have a good sense of reasoning to feel the impact, because I think, in fact, we should think why God will support.
Right. Olatunji, they're right there in Cuba. Anyways, Prof, are you there? Hello, Prof?
I'm with you. I'm there.
Well, quite a number of Nigerians are not very optimistic about the MTEF FSP as forwarded or transmitted to the Senate right there. In fact, Chimeze believes that is just a way of mopping monies, in view of maybe 2027 and all of that, because he sees no reason for such a transmission from Mr. President to the Senate. And Olatunji is talking from the place of sustainability, and that the MTEF is not indeed addressing human capital development, right? It's not addressing the main issues, in view of our reality. So, Prof, it makes me now want to ask you, right, straight from the heart, do you think that we have a government that is serious just yet? I mean, critically, do we have a government that is serious about the yearnings, the pain, the aspirations, the needs of its citizenry?
I will not say we don't have government. Are you with me?
Yes, go ahead.
We have government. We have government. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Prof. Do we have a government that cares
about
its people?
We have a government in place. But the problem we have is the recruitment to leadership in Nigeria. The way we recruit people to lead us is weak. Head or tail, we be...
Hello? Hello?
Head or tail,
yeah,
we'll be recruiting those who will not be able to serve us. I'm not blaming them. We have a government in place. We have people running the government, but their capacity and capability may not be able to take us out of our own development nature.
So we have a government that's run by mediocres? Is that what it is?
They're incompetent. Incompetent individuals.
Okay.
Some people that cannot even take themselves out of economic problem, and they volunteer to take millions of us out of economic problem. Is it possible?
But do we still have capacity in terms of people who should indeed fill those offices and do the needful? Do we even have them in Nigeria?
We have them, but they're not given the chance. We have them. We have them.
So in conclusion, you're saying that this is just paperwork and it has no impact on the lives of Nigerians and will not have impact even in 2026?
Definitely. So we have done it before.
Is it going to incur more problems than solve problems?
No, it will be stagnation. What we call motion without movement. You're on the same spot, and then just moving your body, and you're not moving forward. You're just on the same place. It's a motion without movement.
Okay.
We are repeating what we did in 1960. We plan. We have development plans. We have rolling plans. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything in our life.
Even with all the big figures, the big monies that are projected, that we will have revenue to the tune of how many trillions of naira, you still don't see potential in it?
What we are saying that we have experienced budget in 2023. Yeah. We experienced in 2024.
Okay.
2020. 2025. And what impact? What impact has it on us?
So what should we experience, Prof? Just in one line, what exactly are Nigerians expecting from the federal government in terms of budgetary that works?
Let me use the word of Meridal. He said, if there's development, certain things had to reduce. Unemployment must reduce. Poverty must reduce. So all those things are not. And third, he said the gap between the rich and the poor must reduce. Those are the three things he said.
Okay, so you believe that if all these three things...
So if the gap between the rich and the poor...
Yes.
It's not reduced. Poverty is not reduced. Unemployment is not reduced. We have achieved nothing.
So it's like going round on in the same circle, going round, not making progress. That's it. Being stagnated.
Yes, we are stagnated.
Oh.
Even if you are not in reverse gear.
Wow. Okay. All right. Many thanks, Prof. I mean, I wish we can go further, but you've made it clear that this is just more theory. These are projections. These are just academic work. These are just paperwork, and it will have no impact on the Nigerian society in whatsoever way. But then, thank you, Far Too Kind, for still taking out time to look into these matters for the purpose of helping Nigeria grow, attain its heights for development and growth, and repositioning Nigeria, in the strata that it should be. Thank you for Far Too Kind, Prof.
You're welcome, as always.
Appreciate it. Well, that's Professor Kamal Bello right there. He is a professor of politics, administration, dean faculty of social sciences, National Open University of Nigeria, Abuja. And thank you to you two, my dear friends and family members who've called in. Olatunji right there and Chimeze, thanks Far Too Kind. And to you two that also took out time just to understand and listen, to get a grasp of what the conversation is about. We don't take you for granted in any small way. My name is Udwak Daniel. Good morning.
Your number one radio experience you can count on. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Hello, Nigeria.